Welcome to Long Live the Queen of the sweet land of liberty. I can't hear the music loud enough. Hang on. Gotta do it in the volume mixer. Hi, Chris. I'm ready for the Queen to long live. God, I hope. I can only hope. Okay, is this reasonable? Like, enough for me to hear it and enough for the music faded out? Yeah, enough for me to hear it and for you guys to hear it, but without drowning me out? Oh, the kid in Guardians of Asuma? Aw. Which one is it? Alright, good to hear it's all audible. All properly audible. Prodible. Long live the Queen. Turning that down just a tiny bit. We're almost home. Your room is just the way you left it. Proceeded to take Ryo, Suzu, and Kotaro on the most irresponsible playdate ever. To the mountains? Deep into the wilderness? At 3 a.m.? Oh, Elodie. I know it's hard to leave your school and all your friends, but I've arranged the best possible tutors for every subject. You'll have to work hard this year to prepare yourself before your 15th birthday, but I know you can do it. Oh, no, she's the same age as Shinji Ikari. You know, the exact right age for some responsibility. Oh, God. You'll learn quickly, and you'll make a wonderful queen. It's what your mother would have wanted. This is not what Mother would have wanted. She wouldn't have wanted to die and leave me. No, she wouldn't. Sometimes bad things happen. You have to pick up and carry on. Aww. All of Nova depends on us. On you. I'll be here to guide you until your coronation, but the decisions you make are ultimately up to you. Come, your maids are waiting. Yeah, this is my first time playing. Before I've only kind of watched over the shoulder as my friend played, this is my first time actually playing this on my own. Even though I did buy this back when I was in, like, early high school or something. And then never installed it. You will be Thank you for the luck. I will need it. Oh God, I will need it. I'll be controlling Elodie. And I will obtain the Peek the mic. Hang on. Hi. Yeah. Though with a mic like this, can you guys, like, hear the air conditioner going? Because I do have the air conditioner going. And for that, I will never get to heaven. Okay. Gotta prepare this girl for coronation. To do that, she needs to take classes every week in order to raise her skills. The skills she learns will provide different choices in the ongoing plot. Learning the right skills can mean the difference between life and death. Don't I know it? Okay, thank goodness. I also need to keep an eye on Elodie's mood. Oh, mood? With her mother's tragic death, Elodie is not very happy right now. The mood button will take you to the emotion screen for more details. See the thing I skated about air conditioner? No? Does it say I need to turn it off right now or else I will die? Oh my, Ed, oh my. Elodie is depressed. Can't imagine why. But her strongest emotion is depressed. If she becomes more cheerful to cancel out the depression, her strongest emotion would then be afraid. Ellie's current mood affects her ability to learn. It'll give her a bonus to some skills and a penalty to others. Let's take a look at the skill screen now. There's a lot of them. Did not actually reskeet it. Okay. Oh, it's good that it gives you a note on what you get a bonus to. Those are broken into 4 main categories: social, physical, intellectual, and mystical. Inside these categories are skill sets, groups of 3 related skills. You start with 0 in all skills. What has she been learning in school? Maximum dogs. I will maximize dogs. It's about how your AC will not make a dent compared to corporations and billionaires. Oh yeah, but a drop is still a drop, right? Personal responsibility, ain't that what America's all about? That's why we ain't got no socialized health cares. She's been learning how to exist. Fair enough, she is 14. Every week, Elodie can study 2 skills. Normally, she earns 2 points in a skill for every weekday that she studies, so if she studies history, she'll earn 2 points for 5 days for a total of 10 points. But because Elodie's depressed, she has a -2 penalty to the social skill set conversation. She doesn't feel like talking to people right now. If she studies conversation, she'll earn -2 points per day. That is 0 points. However, she has a +1 to the expression skill set. If she studies one of the expression skills. Forgot your stream wasn't even starting till after I planned to go offline for the night, so it's Nico time! Yeah, Elodie time. Yeah, Chris. Yeah. So we pay attention to bonuses, got it. If you study a skill you have a penalty for, you could be wasting your time and not learning anything. If you study a skill you have bonuses for, you'll learn much faster than normal. So pay attention to moods. All these bonuses and penalties will change when Elodie's mood changes. She can also gain bonuses to skills by studying related skills. Check the skill screen every week to see your current bonuses. Once you know your mood, skills, bonuses, and penalties, you're ready to choose your classes for the week. The classes screen looks so gloomy, oh my god. Breaks down skill sets by category for your morning and evening classes. When you select a skill set, the 3 options in that set will appear on the right side of the screen. There's a class option for both morning and evening classes, then click the Done button, which will appear on the lower right corner. Topic of my job, a pharmacy called in about an old claim to try and get copay from us. Want to know the year the old claim was? 1994? As you play through the story, oh, those pillows look so comfy. As you play through the story, you'll sometimes see feedback bubbles appearing over the text. These tell you what's happening behind the scenes. No invisible stat checks here. Bubbles like these will show you when Elodie's mood is being altered by events. 2006. That is 19 years ago. Bubbles like these will show you when the story is changing based on what skills Elodie's learned so far. If the test fails, there's some option being missed because she doesn't have enough points in that skill yet. This feedback's very helpful in figuring out different options to try, but if you don't want to see it, you can turn the bubbles off in the preferences menu. I'll need all the help I can get. Now, get ready to become a queen, or die trying. Elodie looks really cute in her uniform. The outfits don't give bonuses? I forget if they give bonuses or not, but if they do, I can't see this one. Still depressed? What with your mom being so dead? Understandable. Something with expression and animal handling. I do love dog. But what if? Nothing but horses. You walk around the stables meeting the royal horses, learning about their breeds and the names for different parts of their anatomy. You learn about care caring for horses, grooming with different brushes, and keeping hooves free of stones. Learn about the different pieces that go into saddles and bridles, how to check for signs of wear, and how to equip and adjust them on a horse. Yeah, animal handling gets a boost from depression, since she'd prefer not to talk to people. Horses are our friends now. What's all that noise outside? Who's there? Oh, it's my cousins and my aunt and uncle. I'm sure they have no bad intentions. Darling, we're so terribly sorry to hear about your mother, Fidelia. Oh, thank you. Oh, you look well, niece. Hi, Lottie. Charlotte. Hi, Lottie. I haven't seen you in ages. Will you be staying long? Yep, Mummy said we'd be here all month. Certain horses can even put on concerts for you, because they're both athletes and idols. Maybe we'll have some time to talk later. What will I study for the weekend? I want a couple more horse points. I'm gonna try to make her less afraid, though. For less afraid, more angry. I don't know how to make her more angry. Idols, even. So, I think I'll have her visit her relatives. I love this room. It's so much bigger than mine back home. You should visit more often. It's awful that the only time I get to see you is something like this. I know your brother and sister are still too young, but why haven't you come to school? My mother worries about me. She doesn't think anywhere but home is safe. I understand. I'm probably not going to be allowed to leave this castle till my birthday. But at least we can have fun together here. Yeah, little... okay, so you see that fear and depression are tied now? For here, the leftmost mood takes priority. So now her current mood is afraid. Oh dear. Let's see. Grants a bonus to agility and faith, praying to God and skedaddling. Agility and faith. Okay, there's faith. Reflexes could be nice, but then so could some lore. I do like lore. For now, I'm just doing whatever comes to mind. This Elodie is definitely not going to survive. Your cat wanted to send me Kappa. Katpa. Hello, Nico's cat. Katpa. Your teacher walks around you, prodding a finger at you slowly in order to train you in blocking those touches without triggering fear or faster breathing. Only a lumen can channel magic, and only with the help of an attuned crystal. The ability to control a crystal seems to be inherited, so crystals can be passed from parent to child upon the lumen's death. What's that commotion outside? Father? What's going on? I've come to pay my respects in honor of your mother. You have no respect or honor. It's because of you and your powers that my wife is dead. What? I am a lumen, as was she, and like every lumen, I am willing to give my life if necessary to protect our domain. Your line has been traitors for 200 years. I won't have you corrupting my daughter. That is for the crown princess to decide. Elodie, your mother trusted me, and I have much to teach you. Yeah, let her stay, Papa. Let her stay. I want to hear what she has to say. She stays. As you wish. Woohoo! Ooh. Now it's a tie between afraid, depressed, and willful. Should we try being a little bit rebellious? Let's see what Juliana and the Duchess are doing. What is it you wanted to teach me? First, I need to know if you have your mother's crystal. Lumen crystal? No. The royal crystal has been passed down from ruler to ruler for generations. It belongs to you now, except that the king may be keeping it from you. Do you have a crystal? Of course. She holds out her hands, light flickers above her bosom, and with a shower of sparkles, something takes shape. Wow, it's so 3D. You reach out to touch it, and it dissolves away into nothing. Ah, it belongs to me. No one may take it from me until I die. You need to find a crystal that belongs to you. Still very afraid. Shall I try a bit more, agility and faith? I do like it when numbers go up, so if the numbers can go up even more, then all the better. Maybe flexibility this time. No, dance could be important, right? Like as a queen, I'll be expected to do politicking stuff. Not just avoid assassination. But I do need to avoid so many assassinations, so maybe flexibility. What if I'm put in a box? What then? What if they put me in a box? You learn to relax and evaluate the tension in your body, and to practice the different types of motion available to each of your joints, twisting, shifting, and rotating. The kings and queens of Nova have all been lumens for centuries, but in modern times, magic is only used for ceremonial occasions and the direst of emergencies. What is a duress? The Nintendo duress. Long, long ago, the continent of Borealis was ruled over by a single witch king, until a rival line of lumens challenged for the throne. The resulting war went on for 100 years, with powerful spells that damaged the land so badly that even now no plants will grow. Messed up. He loves me not. Lottie, do you have a boyfriend? Not really, I just like to play with the flowers. All of a sudden, the Duchess of Ursel rushes into the garden and points a sword at you. Oh, not at you, at your feet? Princess, don't move. Yeah. Composure failed. Ah. Wanna hold still, but you don't have the composure to hold your position without peeking. Look down to where her sword is pointing. There's a snake in the grass. Can't help it, you squeak and jump back. The snake tenses and prepares to strike. No! Your cousin pushes you aside and the snake's fangs sink into her leg. I think this run is cooked. Lottie! Too late. Juliana swings her sword and cuts off the snake's head. What is going on out here? Your daughter's been bitten by a milk viper. They're poisonous. Get an herbalist right away. I will treat my daughter. I certainly can't trust anyone here to keep her safe. Oh God, it's an anti-vaxxer. I'm sorry. I don't feel good. We'll be returning home to Merva immediately. Your aunt has a point. Milk vipers are not native to this area. That snake should never have been here. Someone may have tried to kill you. Will Charlotte be okay? I don't know. We are so cooked. Cooking. You sneak a peek at some of the luckless peasants held in dungeons, petty thieves and troublemakers, now suffering in the dark. Obviously bad people, but seeing them so miserable still feels unfair. There must be a better way. We gotta abolish prison. But not as cooked as if the Duchess hadn't been there. Oh God, was that an option? That sounds very bad, yes. Okay, she's still quite afraid. All right, we'll also need to learn conversation, definitely. Did have the option to have her sent away or arrested. To me, those were not options. To me, those were the only truth. If I'm bad at talking, I'll die. You review the correct greetings for guests according to rank and when to extend your hand to another. All nobles expect the due honors. You practice tongue-twisting sequences of syllables to improve your enunciation. Unsure if it's actually considered possible to pass the snake check? I mean, I can check right now. If I keep on grinding composure. Just to see. Ah, sip, thank you! Oh. Where did this come from? There we go. Oh god, my cup is so loud. Sorry about that. It's either I turn on the sound filter and peak the mic sometimes, or I turn off the sound filter and you guys can hear all of my... Pretty sure there are at least a few checks early on that you can't actually get to. Oh, that's clever. Then I wonder if an herbalism check would save us. I don't know how it would save us, but we could check. Just playing. We're just playing, going woohoo. Yippee. Or no, poison would be the best way, right? Purge the stomach. Let's get a bit willful. No need to know what we did outside the castle. Don't worry about it. All right. Finally a smile. God. Ooh, intrigue, military, and lumen while willful. I gotta make a note of that. And I will not make a note of that, actually. I'm a scrub who takes no notes. Cinnabar dust causes tremors, anxiety, eventually death if ingested over a long term. This is mostly a problem for minors, which I am because I am 14 years old. But it can be dangerous if it's routinely added to someone's food. There's no cure, but most will slowly recover if they have no more dust. Huh. Okay. Okay, that's good to know, actually. I'm an herbalist. I'm an herbalist. Okay, fine. The castle seems quieter with Charlotte and Emery and Zara and their parents gone. Certainly not empty, though. Seems like we get more servants every day. I was so worried about Charlotte after that snake bit her. But her mother said she's okay, so I guess it turned out all right. Oh no, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe she has a guardian angel. Things are gonna get bad, aren't they? Things are gonna get pretty bad. a little less afraid. You attend services in the castle grove, letting the peace of the ritual calm your heart. How are you now, depressed? Depressed! Expression. I am remembering one single piece of advice that my friend gave me in the distant year of 2014. I can't tell if they were messing with me or not, but I will believe them. That I need to become an idol singer. Yeah, not the distant year of 2006. You practice deep breathing exercises to build up your ability to sustain a note. Learn the differences in resonance between the chest, head, and nose. You learn about different vocal ranges, from the most profound bass to the rare coloratura soprano. One of the maids approaches you for attention. Lady, couriers have arrived from the Duke of Sedna. We have a Duke of Sedna? Oh, God help her. No, my lady, the Duchy of Sedna is in Tallahassee, Florida. They brought you a letter and a gift. Condolences on the death of deeply regret, best wishes. Oh, what a beautiful necklace! It might not be appropriate for me to wear a man's gift in public, though. People would think it meant something. It's important to maintain the proper image. God, I don't know anything about politics, though. Should I make her a little less depressed? As a treat. Dodged the pitfall I fell into. Yay! If you didn't learn the manners, then would she just put it on without asking? That's really bad. I haven't talked to Dad. Dad, what happened to Mom's lumen crystal? It's in a safe place. Can I have it? No. But it's mine! But it's mine! Meddling with magic killed your mother. I don't want that to happen to you. She does because, ooh, pretty necklace, Elodie. Once you're crowned queen, I can't stop you from doing anything you want, but for now, you are still a child. Man, I hate being a child. Yeah, she is 14. One more into voice, and then... How about some dogs? For training, for hunting. Yeah, soon you'll be 15, which is a legal adult. You're in the sol fa system, a way of expressing a tune where each note is represented by a different syllable. You visit the kennels and learn about different breeds of dogs. As you're walking, you spot a familiar figure in palace gardens. You meant dead. Oh, dead children are still children. Forever, even. Oh, it's the Duchess of Ursel. Maybe I should go and say hello. And you notice that seated beside her is a woman in the robes of a priestess. They're very close together, their hands gently touching as they speak. Ah, looks like she's busy. None of my business. You turn and walk in a different direction so as not to disturb them. At that moment, you notice something unusual. Looks like someone just left the palace grounds by going over the hedge. Not a servant, a thief, or an assassin? This seems like a very bad idea. If I call the cops, is that just gonna immediately be a super serious chase, or can I just ask them to, hey, maybe check that out? I don't know what's going on there. I don't have a way to check my skills in the middle of a choice, do I? Yeah. I'll call the guards, I guess. Guards! However, by the time the response is organized and directed to the area beyond the palace, there's no sign of any intruder. Wonder if you were only imagining it. Guess it was only the wind. Feeling depressed, pressured. I want to make her a tiny bit more cheerful. A walk in the fresh air helps you forget the burdens on your shoulders. Alright, feeling willful now. That gives us bonus to intrigue, military, and lumen. We're definitely gonna need some lumen, right? We got a loom. And then also gonna need some intrigue. How about a bit of internal and a bit of foreign? Do you want to be magic? I don't know. I don't know. Until you have children of your own, your maternal uncle, the Duke of Merva, is next in line for the throne. And after him would be his daughter, your cousin Charlotte. I'm sure he has no malintent. The current Duke of Sedna is 26 years old and unmarried. He might be considered a good marriage prospect for you if you desire stronger ties with the domain of Tallahassee, Florida. Ah, I see. That's what the check would have told me. Do you want to become Maguka? As you're walking up the stairs, a maid comes running down holding a towering pile of linen. You swiftly step aside and let her pass. Oh, at least I succeeded my reflexes. Okay, nothing bad happened. I'm sure that was nothing to worry about. Pressured versus lonely seems an interesting axis. Been a bit since we talked to the Duchess, though. My father says I can't have the crystal to Nine Queens, so we'll just have to wait. There may not be time to wait. This world is filled with dangers, and you'll need the powers of a lumen to fight them. You can't begin training until you've bonded with your crystal. Only is not enough people nearby. Pressured is too many people nearby. Ah, I see. I remember liking this game a lot. It's a classic. Well, what am I supposed to do about it? The crystal is probably held under guard in the royal treasury. You're the princess. You should be able to find a way inside. Otherwise, you might have to take drastic action. I'll try, no promises? I'm not really all that interested in the Lumen stuff right now. I understand that's fairly late game, relatively speaking. Like making the Rose Queen in Tokimeki Memorial 3. Girl Side 3, I mean. Yeah, still just gonna do internal and external. Your maternal uncle's wife, the Countess Nyx, claims kinship to the old Merva line and originally asked your mother for a title to the duchy. However, no one could verify her lineage. As a compromise, your mother created her brother Duke of Merva. The last Duke of Mead was the older half-brother of the current Duchess. His reign was brief and highly scandalous. He defied tradition to pledge himself as the life mate of the old Duke of Ursel, then broke that off only a year later. He retired into seclusion and died still unwed. Oh, the tea. It's gonna be a struggle to keep track of this, I'm gonna be real. The domain of Shanjia, across the sea to the west, has been steadily increasing in size, now controls a wide range of coastline as well as most of the navigable rivers. And the political disruption in Tombula in recent years has caused a disruption in their chocolate production, which is to the benefit of Nova, particularly the Duchy of Kegel. There's a man here to see you. He wishes crowdfunding for a project of his. Remember, the treasury's not unlimited. If you choose to invest, you'll have less money to work with later. What's this? Just a reminder of who this is. Your Royal Highness, I have a plan to print books using metal letters, which can be moved and reused. I need to borrow 875 lassi to assemble the metal and the factory to mold and cast the type. With this system, we'll be able to create new books in a fraction of the time it takes now, and make copies to send all over the world. I don't know much about factories or trade. Would that really be worthwhile? Ah, geez. We're not interested. I'm sorry, printing press man. Please help my daughter. She is too willful. Attend court and yield a bit. Sitting in on court sessions is not fun at all, but it pleases your father and it may be important for your future. Oh, she's depressed again. Sorry, Elodie. And the development of the world was set back 200 years. Maybe some instruments and dogs? What kind of queen am I trying to become? I don't even know. Learn about dog grooming and the most common diseases and injuries that dogs suffer from. Learn the standard commands for working with trained hunting dogs and retrievers. Oh, that sounds useful. Vibe ruling. True, I'm trying to become an alive one. You tap out chiming dyads on a glockenspiel, learning the basics of harmony and rhythm. Your Highness, my sympathies for your loss. Even after all these years, I sometimes forget that my own mother will never be coming back. Thank you. However, I must call for your aid. The Ixionite occupation of the county of Imbrium has gone for far too long. Now's the time to push back. I don't know this man. My foreign affairs is so high, but I don't... Oh, God. I should not be handling this. I know there have been some problems with Ixion, but I don't know the details. I guess they're occupying South Marie? I don't know anything about the military. I don't want to fight. There must be a peaceful way to solve this. I'll send for diplomats from Ixion and try to come to some arrangement. Thank you, Your Highness. If I might say so, you are looking particularly lovely this day. I hope you will think fondly of me. Is he flirting with me? He's almost as old as my father. How old is he? I didn't see. How old did it say he was? "31, I think. Ah, geez. Wow, What? Wait. 33 minus 4... Almost 50... Jeez! I guess this is medieval times after all. I love to play with my toys. Still mostly depressed. Medieval times and we didn't even get a show. I definitely want to undepress her soon because this social stuff is pretty important, I think. Turns out pretty important. tiny bit of bonus for intrigues. The Duke of Mary has paid suit to the Duchess of Ursel to no avail. The Duchess's brother is opposed, as he will inherit if she dies childless. Your agents suspect the Duchess of Ursel is actually more interested in the Duchess of Hellas. Neither has ever been linked to a man. Ho ho ho! Oh ho ho ho! You learn to play notes and scales on a simple wooden recorder. You practice through the recorder, learning to recognize tunes that you hear and replicate them. Yay! The representative from Ixion is here. Be careful, no one wants to give up prizes that they have won. You have the full support of my sister and myself, Your Highness. Yep, 31. Unsuccessfully romanced Juliana, Duchess of Ursel. Oh, that's in our notes now. Let's get this over with. Oh, this is the Duchess of Hellas, I see. Countess of Dysnomia. What is dysnomia? That definitely sounds like an extant word. Single prefers the company of woman. What do you mean I failed Novan history? Geez, I gotta raise these stat caps soon, don't I? Your Royal Highness, thank you for granting me this audience. I'm sure we can come to an amicable agreement. Let bygones be bygones, no? We'll forget about your unprovoked attacks on us, and you will transfer the rights to this little province. We can be good neighbors again without any lives being lost. I am failing everything. I don't know politics. I don't think my stats are high enough to bluff or intimidate. If I recall correctly, there are two options. One other besides Bryn. I understand that the options are all quite a bit older than Elodie. And the male options as well, actually. Which makes sense, this is a political thing. But, That's royalty. I don't have the military to afford an execution. The money we saved from not investing in the printing press is not acceptable. All the land north of the river belongs to us. We're willing to offer some payment in exchange for the inconvenience you suffered, but nothing more. I believe we could settle the matter for 8,000 golden Masi. That's an awful lot of money. All the money I could have saved with Geico. Time to get so willful and increase military. What? What? You're trespassing on our lands. You will withdraw your troops at once. Only then will we have peace. What? Why did I pronounce it like that? My soldiers are poised to destroy you. Withdraw now. Huh? Then, I'm very sorry we were not able to come to an agreement. I guess now we have to fight. Willful. Become more willful. Willful. Yeah, still depressed. Ah, jeez, oh, jeez, oh, jeez, oh, jeez. Oh, I see. Intrigue is about current events, but I needed to know about history, past events. Okay. I shouldn't just go with whatever's got bonuses. All strategies. You study the strengths and weaknesses of different weapons in battle formations. So it's like a weapons triangle. You study the effects of battle stress on troops and how morale can turn the tide of combat. You receive a report on the outcome of the battles against the Ixonites. You succeeded in driving them out of Marie, but it cost you almost a full battalion of soldiers and a great deal of material. It's counting the soldiers individually? The Duke of Marie will be happy, but we could have done better. More willfulness. We'll need this. You study military recruitment and the importance of training and motivation and making soldiers who can trust and depend on each other. Learn about how units reinforce each other in the field, gaining strength through proximity and covering of weaknesses, pairing up just like in my Fire Emblems. You study the effects of different kinds of battle terrain for both offense and defense, just like in my Fire Emblems. Gotta replace those 942. Yep. May not increase the skill until your other military skills are 25 or higher. Ooh. Wishes for crowdfunding? Why are you asking me? I don't know anything about economics. Dad, you do it. I come to you on behalf of the people. I wish to build a hospital where any citizen afflicted with disease can be brought for treatment. Wow, putting all the sick people together, wouldn't that just make them die even faster? We're not interested. Elodie! Because of the way this game is designed, I know that it's impossible to pass every check. But she's a little stupid. What was she learning in boarding school? How do I help her be a little less lonely? Well, opposite of lonely is pressured, right? Impressed by the discipline of the Novan troops, but the responsibility for their lives weighs heavily on your shoulders. She was learning from Verity Amersham, I'm afraid. There are approximately 9 battalions and 2 platoons under your direct command. And I lost a battalion, didn't I? Still depressed. I had a nice period of being a little bit willful, but now I am depressed. Please. Learn about the types and amounts of food required for an army on the march and how long they'll remain edible. Learn that the sea is not something you hold, it's something you travel across. Elodie. Elodie. Naval strategy ensures your free travel while denying it to your enemies. You're requested to stand in judgment. A woman has been convicted of attempted murder and requests the mercy of the crown. Your Highness, this slattern dares to beg pardon when she admits she tried to poison my sister under her own roof. Which sister? Coruscant, the Duchess of Mead. We heard that before, but I don't recall. Is she all right? She's unharmed. We caught the culprit in the kitchens before anyone could eat her foul spew. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? It's just as it is. The devils killed me brother and broke my mom's heart. Lied to her they did, and when she went to see why he'd not come back, said he'd gone for a soldier when he never would. He weren't the only one neither. I waited 10 years for my chance to get my own back. That's justice. You see, she's completely unrepentant. Hang her and be done with it. Internal affairs partial success. This might have something to do with the last Duke of Mead, who's involved in all sorts of scandals. Need to know if she has any justification for her actions. Okay, that's fair. Did the old Duke kill her brother? Are you accusing my family? I'm asking what happened. The honor of our line's far greater than that of the wet-bottomed child who sits the throne. What? Ah. Without warning, the Earl of Io draws a dagger and slices the convict's throat. No one harms my family. No one. He throws the bloodstained blade to the floor and walks away. Ooh. Yeah, she's angry. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense that she'd be angry. Let's make you a little less depressed. A walk in the fresh air helps you forget the burdens on your shoulders. When you're 14 and this guy murders a woman in front of you, complete with insults. Tip, I am so mad. Oh yeah, I should learn how to wield a weapon on my own. Yeah, weapons and military. Longstaff seems like the best of both worlds. Lieutenant D. Learn about a variety of long weapons, from the quarterstaff to the spear to the halberd and glaive. You study the kinds of equipment that soldiers need available, such as bedding, weapons, armor, medicine, bandages, the tools to repair anything damaged. You study different kinds of transport, animals, wagons, sledges, ships, boats, and boots. As you're walking one day in the gardens, you hear a strange sound and look up to see an owl flying overhead. A single dry leaf flutters in its talons. Huh. That's funny. I thought owls were nocturnal. Guess I was wrong. Not gonna let it ruin my day. Hello, Boa. Uboa appears. When you return to the castle, your father's waiting for you. There are reports that a key thong has been sighted leaving the old forest. Dad, I'm 14. What's a key thong? Beast with the body of an enormous golden cat, a sharp beak and spikes on its back. Eek. Several disappearances in southern Caloris are already thought to be the work of this creature. What do we do? Should we send hunters? The traditional policy on stray beasts is to hope that they return to the forest and stay there. Hunters are no match for such creatures. You'd only make it angry and waste more lives. So, we just let it eat people? Everyone dies in the end. Just like your mother. Am I depressed again? Come on, I worked so hard at making her less depressed. Is there a way to make her less depressed without also making her so lonely? Attend services in the castle grove, letting the peace of the ritual calm your heart. I'm lonely now. What does that help with? Conversation and medicine. God knows I'll need some conversation. I want to talk to people so bad. As the person of highest rank within the domain, no one may sit at any formal event unless you give them permission, and no one must ever turn their back on you. If they do, you are intended to recognize the insult, for some reason. Take deep breaths and practice speaking loudly and clearly, projecting your voice to every corner of a room. Remember that the Festival of the Good Lady is approaching. There will be public celebrations for the commoners, followed by a grand gala for the nobility. A grand ball! There'll be dancing! As queen, you would be expected to lead the procession and take part in the ceremonial planting, possibly give a speech. However, since you're not yet crowned, it is not required and it may not be safe to expose you to the public. Huh? What do you mean not safe? It's not like anyone would want to assassinate me, right? Outside of the castle, you're less well protected. If anyone means you harm. Think on it now. Now, decide later. There's a letter for you as well. It's from Briony. I went to school with her, but she's a couple years older than me. Her mother's the Duchess of Mead. Oh, and it looks like we're in an ad break right now. I will be back in a little bit. Okay. Our buddy Briony's complaining her mother still won't let her come home for the holidays. Apparently her uncle Kevon is absolutely furious about that woman's trial. Oh no. She's bored, looking for an adventure. Well, I don't have any to suggest to her. That's come back to bite me, ain't it? I want to stay lonely a bit longer, so... Yeah, let's become lonelier. Everything in this game will come back to bite me, honestly. Oh, God. Memorize lists and sonnets, and recite them for your teacher and any castle staff she can round up to serve as an audience. Your teacher asks you questions about made-up nonsense, pushing you to improvise answers smoothly and swiftly without having to worry about them being correct. You study rules for formal dining, including the proper utensils for different dishes. As the queen, no one will comment on your mistakes, but they will notice them. You study the traditions of ballroom etiquette, how to politely accept or defer an offer, and how to avoid the impression of attachment to an individual. Today's the procession and planting for the Festival of the Good Lady. Will you be leading the parade? If you have any concerns about your safety, please stay here. The people will recover from disappointment. If we lose you, there is no recovery. Is there any option to just make the speech? Maybe my reflexes are enough. Yeah, parade and speech. I'm not afraid. I'm gonna be the best parade leader ever. Free speech! They're teaching Elodie to be ChatGPT. No. My little girl. You prepare your best gown for the occasion, then walk slowly through the town with your attendants. It'd not be appropriate for you to wear a sword, but you do walk with a sturdy golden scepter that's taller than you are. At the end of the route, you help the priestesses turn over the earth for the new tree to be planted and fail at it all. After the blessings are read, you hold up your hands and call for silence so that you can speak. What? Unfortunately, all the words you had planned go out your head when you're faced with the moment. You manage a few polite sayings about the meanings of the holidays and thank everyone for attending, then turn away, your cheeks red. I thought that 44 was pretty good. The procession regroups to return to the castle. I'm I'm gonna get so deeply assassinated. Elodie dies of cringe. Teach me how to flatter someone, please. You learn that it's important to make eye contact when saying nice things about someone. She didn't know that before. She just liked me. For real, for real. I'm going to cry. You learn that it is always better to compliment people for their personality and their choices than their physical attributes. Visual elements are best to flatter on first meeting. They're expected to be noticed right away. If you spent more time with someone, suddenly complimenting their attire will ring false. Oh, new outfit! Yippee. Are you ready for the grand ball? All the nobles in the domain are here to see you, to see their queen. You finish dressing and descend the stairs to make a grand entrance. All around, the rich and powerful pause in their activities to gaze upon you, the ruler of them all. Oh, God! Seeing yourself reflected in so many eyes makes you want to run away and hide. After a moment, you force yourself to carry on, but you're sure they've all seen you hesitate. The worst event. She explodes. Your father waits for you at the bottom of the stairs and offers you his arm. I don't want to be dancing. I want to power wash these stone arches. They look like they would be very satisfying to wash. I'm sure there's a specific achievement for this going well at all. Just dies of cringe on the spot. Self-detonate. He guides you gently around the dance floor, never rushing you. It's fun to dance with your father, but the look in his eyes is so sad. After this, you must choose your own partner. There are a number of men who hope to catch your eye. The Duke of Kegel alone has brought 3 eligible sons, all near your age. Okay, it's good that they're near my age. You look around the room at all your possible partners, which is to say, everyone. No one may begin dancing until you do. You can pick whomever you want, and you will not be denied. Oh. No doubt every noble family with eligible sons has dreams of a royal wedding. Your choice will raise some hopes and dash others. Feuds could be born here. The Duke of Kegel has not yet named any of his sons as his official heir, but his second son, Linley, was always kind to you at school. If you wish to show favor to Kegel, Linley would be your choice. The Duchy of Elith is currently held in regency for its young lord Adair, who's only 12 and a head shorter than you are. Elath is a rich territory. At least little Adair wouldn't try to take any liberties. Dancing with Banyan, the Duke of Mari, could be quite awkward if you did not actually wish to marry him. He's been waiting years for a powerful heiress to accept his suit. Not all nobles are created equal. You could choose someone charming and unimportant, like the Earl of Bema, a territory too minor for anyone to consider it a threat. However, the major families might eat him alive afterwards. If you wish to distract attention from your marital prospects, you could choose someone clearly ineligible. One of your uncles, or an older family man like the Earl of Ishtar, or even a woman, though that would be mildly scandalous. What are we thinking? I mean, I don't think that we need a dyer. Examine the woman. Because a rich territory doesn't seem very important when we're refusing to invest in anything. As a queen, few would dare comment on your choice of companions, but until you provided an heir for the throne, there's great pressure on you to make an appropriate match. That doesn't mean you have to give in. Might be entertaining to see the reaction of Juliana, Duchess of Ursel, if you ask her to dance with you. Would she be flustered for once? Bryn, the Duchess of Hellas, is an attractive and unmarried woman. What might people think seeing the two of you together? She is 33 years old. According to rumor, she is inclined in that direction, but what does she think of you? Most important woman present after yourself is Eris, Duchess of Lila. She's married, elderly, a mother and grandmother many times over, but might be flattered by the acknowledgement of her status. Or if you truly wanted to set the court on its ear, you could demand your first dance with a mere servant, a maid like Alice. The assembled nobles would be outraged, which I guess is something that Elodie might want. Here, Mama. You approach the grand old lady, uncomfortably aware that in some eyes she may look more like a queen than you do. The room holds its breath as you stand before her, waiting for her reaction. Then with dignity, she extends her hand to you. Dancing with a real partner feels quite different from dancing with your father. You knew him, knew his steps like a part of you. Now, every move is a mystery. Unfortunately, you lose track of which steps you're supposed to do when and trip over your own feet. Whoopsie! Tee-hee! Between the dances, there is time for the guests to mingle, chat, and sample tiny bits of exquisite food. Oh, talking's okay. You interact comfortably with your peers, leaving a wise word in every ear. During a lull in the music, Banyan, the Duke of Marie, taps an elegant fingernail against a wineglass, letting the clear note ring out through the room. If I might have your attention, I believe we should offer our compliments to our lovely hostess. Her bravery and courage keep our borders defended. Do they? Everyone applauds politely. As the gala continues, you take the opportunity to observe nobles that you rarely see. There's Gwenelle, for instance, the young lady of Sudbury, only months older than you and due to finally inherit control of her duchy soon. Or Adele, the youngest daughter of the Duchess of Lila, a fierce sportswoman. She was a few years ahead of you at school and the absolute terror of the ball fields. Ooh, youngest daughter is only a couple years ahead of you, huh? Granny's got it going on. No, Brienne, she said her parents were leaving her stuck at school this season. Her parents are here dancing together, the Duke consort clutching his Duchess possessively tight. Possessively, I see. Strange there's no sign of your cousins, though. Shouldn't they be here? They're mad at me. They're so mad at me. Lottie is super dead. She is super dead and they're going to take revenge because I did not save her from a snake? Her aunt and uncle are here, of course. It'd be scandalous if they hadn't come, Murrah being so close by. It's nice to be able to enjoy time with friends and family, isn't it? Magic check failed. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe a tiny bit of depression as a treat. If I recall correctly, Lottie didn't mega die, she's just mega sick. We don't know that. Our aunt said she's fine, and we failed a check of that. So we don't know. Oh, Lottie's either dead or comatose. Little depression. Tiny, tiny little bit of depression. On a little decoration. You discuss the beauty of nature, looking around at landscapes, objects, and people, comparing their aesthetic elements. You practice sketching fruits and flowers with charcoal and parchment. You practice major and minor scales at the keyboard of a pianoforte. You study musical notation and begin to play familiar songs by sight on the pianoforte. Hey. Wander downstairs to visit your father and talk about the latest events in the domain. You're moving with such enthusiasm that you don't realize your father isn't alone until it's too late to avoid him and his companion. You're too kind, Jocelyn. Oh, this is one of his sisters, right? Oh, no? Countess of Miranda and Callisto. Countess Siren, not a member of your circles. She's a bit more more than a decade your senior, far too old to have ever been your friend, and yet not at all old as noblewomen go. He has 2 minor titles, no husband, and your father's arm in her grasp. How dare she make a move on your— Elodie, no! Elodie. She is 14 years old. Wait till the Countess gets closer, then hook your foot around to make her stumble. Flexibility failed. Unfortunately, you get your feet tangled up and end up tripping yourself, falling to the ground with a thud. Elodie, are you alright? Oh dear, she needs a bit of looking after, doesn't she? Not by you! I should go now. I hope to see more of you later. When she's gone, you raise an eyebrow at your father. Don't give me that look, young lady. She's a nice woman, nothing more. She wants something more. It's not going to happen anytime soon. You should be careful how you deal with people like Siren. You need the goodwill of your nobles as well as your commoners. There haven't been any problems so far. As queen, you must be aware of everything around you. Isn't that what I have agents for? Yes, but you must give them direction. What is your greatest concern? Assassination? I can deal with any problems that come up as long as I'm here to deal with them. It's assassins I'm worried about. You are your own best defense against assassins. Increasing your skills will help to protect you. Beyond that, you can train more soldiers into personal bodyguards to watch over you. Or you can institute harsh penalties for treason and make people too frightened to cross you. I need more guards. I have to be safe. As you wish. What should I focus on? My toys. Man, I should check my outfit. Aw, boost conversation. That's so cute. Also boosts medicine. Yeah, probably do with some medicine training. But what kind? Immediate injuries? And that wounds, even minor ones, should be washed as soon as possible to prevent dirt from growing under the skin. You memorize the correct title for every servant in the castle. Treating servants with respect ensures good service. To directly challenge someone's honor is to declare war. Never make a public accusation of cowardice, treason, infidelity, or murder unless you are prepared to face mortal enemies. Whoopsie dipsy. On that note, you study the etiquette of dueling. Whoopsie dipsy. Whoopsie. A whoopsie whoopsie. The majority of the money we receive is already spoken for, but there's always room for discretion. I don't know anything about budgets. I think we have enough money. Let's lower taxes a little, as you wish. What happens with yielding? Not like you're using that money to invest, Elodie. Real demeanor, history, and faith. Composure has asked me. It's asked me so often. Wait, I found my swear board again. What am I doing? Hang on. Loading.
Fuck.
Come on! You just made a sound. You just did it. What do you mean not responding?
Fuck. 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 Fuck.
Me. I need to increase my composure.
Fuck.
You practice positive thinking, maintaining a good self-image, and conditioning yourself to carry on rather than be frustrated by any past misstep. You practice sitting calmly while your teacher circles around you and makes unexpected loud noises at random intervals. Is that how it works? You're requested to stand in judgment. A man's been convicted of the murder by strangling of his wife. He does not deny the act, but requests a pardon that he might be set free. If you admit you killed your wife, why do you think I'm gonna set you free? Save me, Your Majesty. Wasn't my fault. Demons made me do it. Everyone knows the power of magical beasties. They used me. They twisted my fingers into chains. My wife found me screaming as she tried to shake me, and the chains wrapped around her. I need the priestesses to bless me and make me clean again. Demons that make you attack people? Is that even possible? Whether there were demons or not, you still killed a woman, your wife. I won't forgive you for that. You'll be imprisoned for the rest of your life. He opens his mouth to argue with you further, but then his shoulders slump. Yes, Your Majesty. Yeah, we're still plenty yielding. Let's become a little less angry. Chalk Pikachu, you survived that conference? Was the guy actually possessed by a demon? Really? A bit of elegance, bit of presence, please, or... Nah, I don't need history. I am the present. You practice walking along a narrow rail, taking each step carefully and focusing on your balance. You practice wearing the royal regalia and looking at yourself in a mirror. Young as you are queen of the blood. You are your mother's daughter. You are a force to be reckoned with. Oh no! You receive word that the murderer you condemned to prison has escaped. A large explosion rocked the jail he was in, destroying the walls and setting many dangerous criminals free. It'll now fall to the royal treasury to repair the damage. Oh dear. Oh no. Should we be a little less yielding, actually? What's the mood now? Depressed. Back to expression and animal handling. Alright, after a spot of decoration, I should be good to increase my voice again, right? I remember the advice of become an idol singer. You study the theory of color, how they complement and contrast, and how to select colors to emphasize a mood. You learn to mix paints and apply them to canvas, capturing the light and color of the castle gardens. Yay, new outfit! You practice standing in the correct posture and singing scales to improve your pitch and tone. You work through exercises and dynamics, going from soft to loud and back again, and agility, singing rapid sequences of notes. I regret to inform you that Fabian, the Earl of Titan and Duke Regent of Eloth, has passed away. This isn't really a surprise, he was pretty old. The problem is the political implications. With the control of Eloth in doubt, it falls to the crown to make decisions. Young Lord Adair will not reach his 15th birthday for over 2 years. He requires a regent. His stepmother, Aris, the Duchess of Lila, has petitioned that the boy be left in her care. This would, however, leave her in personal control of 2 neighboring duchies, which is generally forbidden. Wow, almost the entire eastern border. I don't know his... Internal affairs failed? Don't really know anything bad about her, though. The boy does have a living grandfather, the Earl of Ishtar, or you might appoint an unrelated noble to act in his stead. The Earl of Ishtar suggested another possibility. You and Adair are both young, not too far apart in age. He requests that we accept the boy as your future husband and keep him here at the castle. I don't know jack
Shit.
about...
Fuck.
Should have sent my agents to do more research. Adair must be upset enough already without us taking him away from his home. Whoops. Leave him with his stepmother, as you wish. I hope he doesn't die. Bit more lonely, bit more cheerful. Ooh, toga that boosts expression. Very good. And demeanor, history, and faith. I know they are telling me to increase my history. Fine. Is this what you want from me? Look at the globe of the world. Reading names of places so distant you can't remember ever hearing about them. And other areas left blank because no explorer venturing there has ever returned. Here there be dragons. You read about the western continent, Giavar, where civilization flourished so long ago that the ancestral Novans were still living in caves. No one knows what became of them. The population vanished without a trace, leaving only their enormous stone buildings. In the distant past, the Yeveni tribes to the east rode great beasts with spines and tentacles on their heads, instead of horses. The bones of these creatures are sometimes found in Lila and Mead, and their tusks are valuable to crafters. There is a woman here to see you. She's a musician and wishes crown patronage. Which means money. Yes, I know that. Your Royal Highness, if you accept me as a member of your court, I will immortalize you in word and song. I've dabbled in musical styles from many countries and can entertain your guests and lighten your evenings. Musicians are often used as secret agents and messengers. They can be useful and dangerous. The musician sings a little ditty to demonstrate her skills with the lute. It's okay, but nothing special. I mean, she has other talents. You're familiar with the traditions of many locations, yes? Can you also perform accents? Hi, Mum, that I can. What about juggling? I can keep a set of dangers in the air. Interesting. I look forward to all you have to tell me. We'll have to talk privately to see how much she knows, but I think she might be useful. All right. I love to sing and dance. You have not yet reached the crystal. Are you making progress, or is it time for another plan? That'd probably be the drastic action she mentioned earlier. Leave it to me. I'm working on it. Very well. Oh, that just passes the week. I guess I don't really need to talk to her unless I plan on going on the crystal side plot. Act more royal. You practice standing and walking with books balanced on your head. You practice the elegant way to hold and sip from a teacup, your pinky slightly extended for balance. You stare at yourself in the mirror and practice focusing and transmitting energy with only your eyes, turning the intensity of your gaze on and off at will. You practice using different styles of breathing in order to feel more energetic, and let that energy surround you for others to share. New outfit, yay, yippee! You receive a letter from young Lord Adair. It's a bit messy and hard to read, but he seems to be thanking you for letting him stay with the family he knows. Aww. Right. Ooh, neutral! No bonuses for me. Cool. Oh, this is cute. This coronet boosts my royal demeanor. Yeah, people happy. I very much would have liked a bonus, though. That's what I get for accidental balance. And I'll need a bit of ciphering if I want to increase my internal and foreign intelligence. You sing familiar songs in a chorale, focusing on pronunciation and staggered breathing. You and your teacher practice singing in harmony, feeling the way that notes interact and pulse when not quite in line. Yeah, I guess peace of mind is the goal, not conducive to the journey. You practice reading words whose letters have been arranged in reverse order, the simplest of transpositions, which anyone literate can puzzle through if they try, but sometimes useful to hide information in plain sight. Staring up into the sky out your window, you notice a strange flash of light that's related to logistics and trade. Wow, a falling star, pretty! I'm so cooked, I'm so cooked, I'm so cooked, I'm so cooked. Wow, I'm so cheerful. I want to remain cheerful. Yay, yippee, wahoo! Conversation and athletics. Yay! Yeah, I could use some more conversation. Speaking in court manners sounds good. You read collections of famous historical speeches and practice saying them in convincingly dramatic fashion. You borrow the menu for an upcoming banquet and practice delivering it as a dramatic speech to an audience of confused chambermaids. As a monarch, you're expected to embody the virtues of honesty, bravery, and generosity. You should always offer aid to those in need. However, those you aid personally are expected to give you their utmost loyalty even unto death. You study the forms of written address, how to issue and decline invitations, how to announce an impending visit, how to correspond with rulers of foreign domains. That sounds like something you should have learned earlier. You study the language of flowers and the secret meanings that can be communicated through the gift of a bouquet. I'm so good at being a queen in a vacuum. Yay! Lady, there's a letter for you. Who sent this? It isn't signed. It appears to be a poem describing you in a manner that is entirely inappropriate for a queen. Ew, 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 ew. If I was 14, I would think that was really funny, but... Who writes this garbage? Just then, an incredibly unlucky breeze swirls between the windows of your tower bedroom, tugging the paper out of your hands and off into the sky. You stick your head out the window to discover the poem caught and fluttering on the roof nearby. You can all... Elodie, don't. Don't. What's the worst that can happen? It blows off and someone reads it and laughs at you. That's better than breaking your neck. Besides, if you're lucky, it'll rain and wash the words away. Little willfulness, maybe? Still plenty cheerful. Maybe a bit of flattery. Small personal details will help make the recipient of your flattery feel like you've truly noticed them, which is always better than a simple, "How nice you look." Most people want to believe that they're successful and well-liked more than they want to believe that they're handsome. Play to those beliefs and they'll be inclined to enjoy your company, even if they should know better. Learn about debate techniques and practice them by trying to convince a castle gardener why a new fountain would be a good idea. Your teacher assigns you to create and memorize a short speech of your own. Again, that seems like something you would learn earlier. Your teacher assigns you to read about a subject, memorize a few good phrases for the beginning and ending of a speech, and then make up the rest on the spot. That is a huge jump. Lady, there are letters for you. Another letter from Briony. Why does she keep writing me? We were never friends. She says she's bored and lonely, and she's looking forward to seeing me at Gwinnell's birthday party. That's right! Gwinnell's about to turn 15! She'll be the Duchess of Sudbury for real now. The other letter must be my invitation to her birthday celebration next week. Well, Hill and I were friends at school, and this will be a big event, but it's also a long way to travel. A lot of things can happen on the road. I didn't expect divination to come up this often. Playing it safe. I'd better stay here. Besides, I know my manners. I know how to politely decline. Let's get her a tiny bit more depressed. Divination checks just give you more insight about the upcoming choices. I see. Oh, willful. Intrigue, military, and lumen. I have been needing intrigue. Would one go at ciphering? Yeah, that would be enough to uncap everything else. Practice shifting substitution ciphers, where each letter is replaced by one a few steps further along the alphabet, so cake and pie becomes... You practice random substitution ciphers, where the normal alphabet's replaced by one in jumbled order. This is harder to decode, but most people need a written substitution chart to read or write it, and that chart can be lost or stolen. Woohoo, new outfit. Oh, removing helmet for better access to head paths. Yay! Love your head. Yeah, the cipher tutorial. Hi, Cleric. Since their recent revolution, the Tomulan... The Tomulans have twice begun gathering troops on the Novan border. Both times their camps were struck by fierce storms and earthquakes, and they decided to give up on the idea. Pirates are once again operating out of the Orcus, though they're currently sticking to the northern seas and no threat to Nova. However, if they turn to slave raids, the Boreans may be quite vulnerable. Huh. Yeah, increased brain damage. It can damage my brain, it's okay. All my friends are at Gwinnell's party and I don't get to go. I sent her a note with my regrets and a gift and she accepted, so at least she's not upset. Yes, court manners. It's like a head pat. It scrambles my brain with head pats just like a bunk. Love you. We can get together sometime after my coronation, when things are less hectic. Can I make her slightly more afraid and depressed? I can! You pay your respects to your mother's tomb and wonder if the same fate is waiting for you. Just as planned! Woohoo! Lonely! I am so lonely. Well, this seems incorrect for the time period. Yeah, conversation is fine. We're mostly fine. Maybe one more class in flattery, but we really need some medicine. Learn that blood loss wastes life energy. Bleeding should be stopped through bandages, pressure, and elevation. You learn that minor burns should be cooled, washed, and gently wrapped to keep them clean, like a cut. Major burns and scaldings such as burning oil are untreatable on the battlefield. Oh, so you better take care, Oni-chan. A certain class of dramatic personality believes utterly that they are ugly and unpopular even if this is untrue. Flattering their appearance will make them pull away and mistrust you. Instead, compliment their intelligence. This tends to be their weakness. Most people want to believe they're special and will react well to hints that they're receiving slightly better treatment than others. However, too obvious favoritism will stir resentment, and only the vain enjoy it. Most reliable form of flattery is to convey that you honestly like the target, enjoy spending time with them, and wish them to think well of you. The Duchess of Lila has sent you a gift. Oh, what's this? It's a cushion, finely embroidered with the design of a running horse. It's well done and clearly required hours and hours of needlework, but it's also fairly useless. That's nice, I guess. Foreign affairs are failed. Oh god, this is a coded message, isn't it? Find a chair or sofa to set it on. Why does that keep happening? Okay, stay lonely. Stay lonely and afraid. The medicine, the medicine. Learn that soldiers should never sleep in damp clothes or on damp ground. This is unhealthy. Learn that latrines, food waste, and burials must be kept far away from living soldiers to avoid spreading disease. I thought she knew that already. Holes should be dug deep and covered after use. Ah, geez, I forgot the cap. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think it would just let me rewind like that. These games are kind, they have rollback. Okay. The first treatment for most ingested poisons is to purge the stomach by forcing the victim to eat powdered charcoal. Oh right, I read this already. Yeah, implying there's another kind to consider when leading a campaign. After all, morale is gonna go way down if people have to carry the dead. Oh, the Duchess of Mead. Hello, Elodie. I'm sorry to trouble you, but have you seen Briony? Oh, no, not since I left school. She shakes her head. She's gone missing. She's not at school where she should be. I know she was unhappy, but I never expected. She wrote me a letter saying that she was bored and looking for adventure, but that's all I know. Yeah, I know that the Magical Diary games are from the same company, Hanako Games. They're like a big pioneer in Western otames. Oh dear. I hope she hasn't done anything too foolish. My poor little lamb, I have to go look for her. For audience benefit, yeah. Okay, that might be too lonely, maybe a little less lonely for her. Too late, Briones pushed someone out a window. Good. Show me the herbs. Certain poisons will... right. If a victim is stabbed with the poisoned spine of a sea urchin, the spine must be removed carefully and the affected area soaked in very hot water in order to cook out the poison. Learn that willow bark can be used to relieve aches and fever. Learn that feverfew can be used to reduce tension and headaches. And not fever? Oh, as you're walking through the Great Hall, a freak gust of wind suddenly blows out all the candles in the room. How strange! Must be an open window somewhere. God, she's really... Turn up the pressure a bit more, Elodie. Need one more in herbs, and then I can continue with the battlefield medicine. Learn that oil of cloves rubbed on the skin can relieve pain, particularly in teeth. Sage has a variety of health benefits. It keeps meat from spoiling, aids digestion, improves thinking, and may even help to bring color back into gray hair. Neat. Learn that some wounds need to be sewn closed. The needle should first be cleaned by holding it in a flame for a minute or two. Fire should not be applied to the wound, it will make it worse. Do not set a needle to the wound if the needle is on fire. Do you hear that, Elodie? Do you hear that? Boiled water as in water that has been boiled and cooled down. Do not put boiling water in your eyes, okay, Elodie? Do you hear me, Elodie? I need you to say out loud that you understand, Elodie. You learn that piercing arrows should never be pushed through the body. That'll make the injury worse. Cut very carefully with a sharp blade to dig the arrowhead out without causing large tears in the flesh. Good. Things have been so unsettled lately. Everyone's on edge. We need something cheerful. You could hold a tournament. What a good idea! Knights, jousting, musicians, all sorts of competitions. Everyone loves a contest. What will you offer as prizes to the winners? Status and praise? Being declared to be the best in front of the entire domain should be enough prize for anyone. Very well, I'll draft the announcements. Because if I promise employment, then that might get some, people who are trying to be spies, right? When you move through the hall, your eye falls upon a vase of flowers. Pretty, but apparently not getting enough water. The leaves on one blossom have shriveled. Aw, that spoils the whole display. You pick off the dead leaves and adjust the floral arrangement, muttering under your breath about blind butlers. They're so much better. You continue up the stairs to your room where a maid's waiting for you. All of the failed divination checks are so funny. Lady, a gift has arrived from Gil. Oh, from the Duke? No, lady, a merchant house, I believe. It was sent with a shipment down the Kavala River. You tear open the brightly colored paper to find... Chocolate! No. 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 There's a little card with the box with our compliments to House of Krelet. That's oddly high-handed for some tiny trader I'd never even heard of. There's something suspicious about this. Why would I need dogs for this? Would the dogs be able to sniff poison? You know enough about poisons to conduct some simple experiments. Sadly, your suspicions proved correct. Someone's tried to kill you. Test dogs failed. Oof. You send for guards and begin asking a lot of pointed questions about these chocolates and how they got to your room without a food taster. Engi. How to decrease loneliness or increase pressure. The one check I fully remembered. Kinda hard to forget Death by Chocolate. Delicious. Maybe a bit more royal demeanor would help, yeah. Oh, that's cute. Yes, give Elodie a gun. Please. Composure and elegance sound good? Or elegance or presence? No, presence is probably best. I'm going to have a lot of issues I'll need to answer to. And for that, I should look like I know what I'm doing. At your command, your teacher strikes your palm with a leather toss and you learn to bear the sting. You lie on the couch and try to remain relaxed while your teacher smacks your heels with a leather toss. Elodie, there has to be a better way. You plant your feet in a strong stance, imagining that you are a tree, deeply rooted in the earth. You can feel that power within you, and know that you will not be pushed aside. You practice focusing your attention on individuals as you pass, letting them feel a brief connection with you before you formally acknowledge them with a nod. Well, of course Galaxy Princess isn't out yet. It just got a Kickstarter, like, a couple weeks ago. You practice being aware of your environment, seeing everything as it transpires around you, and feeling that you are in control of it all. Look, I think that Galaxy Princess is coming right on time. There was 11 years before Magical Diary Wolf Hall. It was probably, like, announced a couple years ago, but it's just recently that we found enough to, like, make a whole announcement about it. By which I mean, like, key visuals and trailer and whatnot. This is the week of the general tournament. Nobles and commoners alike have turned out to compete against each other. The people will be pleased if you participate in their games. However, it would expose you to danger. What event do you want to participate in? Music. You take your place in line for the Bardic contest. You aren't trained in any instrument that's appropriate for a setting like this, so you have to sing a cappella. What do you mean partial success? My singing is at 98. Do I need one more? You don't embarrass yourself, but your song won't be remembered as a highlight of the day either. Also, the strategic map for Galaxy Princess is making my Tetris effect activate. Yes! All the winners are announced and displayed to great cheers. As near Queen, you place flower garlands around their necks. Oh, all of a sudden, a man approaches the winner's platform. I'm going to die. It's Kevin, the Earl of Io. In one hand, he carries an armored gauntlet, in the other a sword. My family's blood is on your hands. What is he talking about? He casts the metal glove to the ground with a clatter and raises his sword, pointing it at you. I challenge you, Elodie, a life for a life. He is challenging you to a duel. Okay, by duel, is this something that I can appoint a knight to fight for me in? Because I have 0 in all weapons. I have a 0 in all weapons. Because traditionally you could appoint someone to fight in your stead, right? There were professional duelists for that sort of thing. Like, that wasn't just a thing that Genshin invented. I'm pretty sure that was a thing historically. Call her Elodie. I will meet your challenge? I will not meet your challenge. There are champions you could elect to take the duel for you, yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, isn't that what we have knights for? To duel for our honor? I'm not gonna fight you just because you want me to. Unfortunately, it seems he isn't interested in your refusal and charges at you anyway. The last thing you think is, but that's not fair! It doesn't have to end this way. Ripsy. Sorry you didn't learn about falcons. Get stabbed. Welcome to Long Live the Queen. I'm Anji. I was just about to end this. Oh, it just plain closes the game. Congrats on your most recent demise. Everyone goes through it. So long since I played Long Live the Queen, I missed it. Yeah, it's a classic. It just kills the game, just like it kills Elodie. But you know, I didn't expect to go that long without dying. That was almost a full 2 hours. I made it like 3/4 of the way through the game. Do I have a skill for this, actually? Yeah, I had a feeling he wasn't going to take no for an answer there. Yeah. Blah, 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 honor. There's gotta be a better way. I am 14 years old. You can't ask me to duel you, an adult man. Who to raid? A Final Fantasy, perhaps? Or... Tia Dragon's making music. I do like some music. Could you imagine you choose the weapon and then someone steps in? I would be so mad. I'm going to check that, actually. Rika Reedman. Oh, yeah. We're already set to raid, though. Yeah. I'll be back next week. This is the price of cowardice. Lesson learned, I will need some more history. And maybe slightly less of being an idol singer? But I love being an idol singer. Well, just gonna have to do my best. For now, though, I will be back tomorrow, playing In Stars in Time with Chris, unless something comes up again. I don't think anything will come up, but... Oh, and on Monday, get ready for a surprise! Monday, an hour after my typical stream times. Meanwhile, in the distance, Ed, praising Blood Queen Elodie. I support you. Tyrant ending. Oh, this looks like you guys are off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And to everyone who stuck around, this has been your host, Ray Fukunaga, signing off. Bye!